Hi, my name is Larry Sanders. I've just published a book entitled Incoming. Memories of a combat medic, growing up poor, getting drafted to Vietnam, coming home and coming out. I'm going to read the preface from my book. Why I want to share my stories. Growing up gay in a working class family in Arkansas, I learned at an early age to keep quiet and hide my feelings. I knew little about sex, had never been touched or kissed, never played sports, hunted with guns, or participated in school events. Then one day I found myself in a foreign country carrying an M16 rifle and a medical bag, fighting a war I knew little about. Within weeks of my arrival in Vietnam, the Tet Offensive exploded all around me, changing my life, the war, and the entire world. I witnessed death on a daily basis and became known as Baby Son Boxy, the baby-faced combat medic. Soon after returning from Vietnam, I learned to keep quiet again and hide those stories. It was safer that way. Until now, the memories of actual events and the interesting people from my early life, as well as my time in Vietnam, were stories I had kept buried, carrying many for over 50 years. This book began a few years ago when my grandmother, on my father's side, died at 96 years of age. She had saved all the letters I had written to her from Vietnam. Somehow they ended up back in my hands. As I read them one by one, they became a record of an innocent 18-year-old boy slowly turning into a man. In the beginning, I was a kid, never questioning authority. By the end, I was a young man questioning a crazy, senseless war. When I began writing in earnest, voices from my past rushed forward. Voices of childhood innocence and laughter. Voices of shame and fear. And finally, voices of affection and forgiveness that begged me never to hide or forget them again, no matter how insignificant or unimportant they seemed. A lifetime later, I am no longer afraid to tell the stories. I will never forget any of them. That's the preface from my book.